And welcome back, everyone, to What If. Today's What If comes to us from, I want to see if I get this name right here, Insum Maharo Min? I might be butchering that, I apologize. And the question asked is, what if Alexis actually confessed her love for Jaden Yuki in Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which was never dubbed in the English? Now, I don't do pairing what ifs like this. Let me rephrase that. I don't do what ifs where, you ask, what if this person got married to this person? Like in Naruto or whatever, because A, that's the end of the series, and B, I would be going into Boruto, which I don't read. I follow it as of right now through the YouTubes, but I don't actually read it. So it would be disingenuous to actually try to do a what if on that. But I also just don't like pairing like what ifs, because it's like that's literally just like, oh, well, I want to see these two together. But this was a plot point. This was a plot point in the series that, never came to fruition. So I think it's up for fair game. I think it is. Now, the question just simply comes down to, what if she confessed? Now, there's two avenues I can go with, and I'll go with both avenues, honestly. One, what I think would realistically happen here. And then two, what everyone else would kind of want to happen. What would realistically happen? Jaden would probably not know how to respond. He'd probably be very shocked. Now, Jaden is no longer the dunce he was in the original three seasons of the series, particularly in the first two. In the third one, there was a lot more, life or death stuff going on. But in the first two, he was very much a dunce. Not book smart. He was duel smart. But here he's definitely matured up. He has Yubel inside of him. So I think he would at least understand the concept of these feelings. And now the question would be, does Jaden feel the same way? Because she never got up the courage to ask or to tell him how she felt, we simply don't know if he felt the same way or not. Based on the little things we had here, though, I don't think he did. At least, not at the time. It could have turned into romantic love, but I think he saw her more just in a platonic way. And that's just because Jaden is weirdly like the most asexual character among all of the main leads. And that's not to say that he is, but when you really think about it, like Yugi definitely reacted to flirtation from women. Yusei, we know, had a thing with, I don't know the Black Rose Dragon duelist's name off the top of my head, but we know he ultimately had a thing with her. I don't know about Yuya, and I don't know about the other guy from Arc 5. But yeah, Jaden weirdly is like the most romantic individual I've seen from the leads of Yu-Gi-Oh! But, so yeah, nothing might come from it, or maybe she'll just be happy she got the courage to tell him, and maybe he's just not receptive at this time, but maybe he just says, let me have some time to think on it, and then many years down the road, they maybe get together. But that's not what you want, folks, is it? You want Jaden to be like, think on it for a second, and then come in and just be like, hold her hand, and not hold it like that handshake there, hold it tenderly, as like, Alexis, I think I feel the same way. And they look into his eyes and they share their first kiss with each other. That's what you want, folks. That's what you want. Well, that's what you just got there. And so they're a couple for the rest of the series. Yes, they are a couple and beyond. They're granted, she'd still be going to the Duel Academy. So, what was it again? I can't remember exactly. I know she was going to school somewhere else after graduation. I remember that. I don't know where it was. So she might not be with him like in his adventures, say in what was it, Battle of Beyond Time or Bonds Beyond Time or something like that? The one Paradox, where Jaden, Yusei, and Yugi all teamed up. So she might not be with them there, but he'd come to visit her every couple of months or so and spend a week or two there with her, and they'd catch up and, whatever hanky-panky could happen there, and, relationship. Yay! But I guess the question would be, how would it play a factor in the finale, like the last part of season 4? Which is not a bad season, by the way. I just don't know why I never got dubbed. I liked you. I fall on the category of people who almost Like, there's too much OG goodness in the original Duel Monsters for me to like GX more. But if I'm gonna be honest, if we're going with like season 1 versus like Duelist Kingdom versus season 1 of GX, I like season 1 of GX more than Duelist Kingdom by a long mile. A, the rules are a lot more up to date for modern actual playing, for real world playing. But B, beyond that, I think it's just, I like the slice of life aspect of it. And I also like season 2 quite a bit as well. I like season 2 of GX, 1 and 2 of GX, I think are the two best seasons of the 4-season series. Season 3 is the weakest. Season 4 is fine. I've watched all of season 4 too. But you still can't beat Battle City. I'm sorry. Nothing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Beats Battle City. Battle City is peak Yu-Gi-Oh! Storytelling and dueling and all that. Yeah, you're still getting some of that bullshit rules in there, but still, it's peak Yu-Gi-Oh! Regardless of how would this play a factor remainder of season 4? Well, they would be spending more time together, you know, holding hands. I don't know if they'd be like having hot makeout sessions or anything like that, but maybe once in a while they like are in the woods, like, you know, just having a quick, you know, was it not aperitif is food, tete-a-tete, yeah, that's it, you know, kind of like a star-crossed lover thing. Because they're, you know, they're still only what, they'd be going on 18 now, actually, right? Because I think, yeah, that's right, because it's 3 or 4 years in the academy, and I think they start there when they're 14 or 15. So yeah, that would make sense. 4 to 5, yeah, I'd say 14. It's basically high school is what it is. You spend 4 years there, and you go off to college or whatever duelist academy you're going to after that. But yeah, I don't think anything really plays a big factor until you get to the darkness and what that darkness ultimately means against everyone else. Because the way the darkness ultimately beat you and took you over and absorbed you into itself was to attack that beat you in a duel and use that darkness inside of you against you. But with with like a brand new love and, you know, a mutual love at that, I have a feeling the resolve could be a lot stronger for Alexis to, at the very minimum, hold out in the duel, hold out longer against the duels. For the record, we saw Seto Kaiba's name on that list of that paper list of his at the Kaiba Corp, and his name didn't disappear immediately. It's very likely he was able to fight them off because it's Seto Mother Kaiba. And apparently Jesse got beat off screen because he was there one minute, Jaden went to find him, and he was gone. But yeah, so Alexis probably is able to hold out longer. Maybe she's even there with Jesse, and she disappears just as Jaden gets there, and he sees, you know, his love, you know, just taken away from him. And yeah, I don't think it really plays a factor in him losing or winning. I just think it's more of an incentive for him to beat the living tar out of this Grim Reaper-esque wannabe. This wannabe Reaper, if you will. And then, yeah, so I guess the question is, could it play a factor in any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Media? Like I said, Bonds Beyond Time, I don't think it would play a factor. I think because of the story we know where Alexis was going, what you say Jaden was ultimately planning to do, kind of just wander the world. I don't think she's with him. I think he, again, goes to visit her every couple of months. You know, they have a room booked for him, all that, whatever. And so he's there to visit his girlfriend every once in a while. And then later on in, say, the lore, they would probably get married, have a kid. And then Yubel is probably also now tasked with guarding this kid as well. Just like, oh, you're so cute. It's like, you're just like the little master. I can see that. And Karibo's like, you can see the Duel Monster Spirits as well. I'm trying to think of any other like media this would be a big factor in. I don't see it being an issue in Arc 5 because the Alexis we got in that world was not this Alexis. It was an alternate version of Alexis. So I don't see that playing a factor because as far as we know, that Alexis already did get her man. Maybe she already was in a relationship with you. I keep saying Jaden. Maybe, but yeah. So I don't see it working in Arc 5. The only thing I could see it working in on some capacity is Arc 5Ds. Because 5Ds is still, I believe, the same timeline as the original Duel Monsters and the GX, just so decent ways into the future. Though how far in the future, I really don't know. They never specify. Let me see if I can find an answer to that real quick. Let's see. Arc 5D's. Sorry, you get 5D's future timeline. Series. Let's say series timeline here. Series timeline. Because the only Duel Monster series that are legitimately confirmed in to be in the same literal universe and timeline are the original series and GX. So let me see here now. Einstein rules on prize dual physics. Jaden Truesdale rules on Academy. Okay, so we got Jaden Yuki. Recalls the events of the past year. Okay, so GX is roughly okay, and then 17 years prior, Yusei Fudo was born. Okay, so there is not actually a clear timestamp on Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds compared to the original GX series. What is at least confirmed is that it's 2000 something XX, and basically it's a double digit. It's not zero something. It's something beyond to the original series. So let's see. Yusei Fudo was born 17 years. He's 7 years prior to the series. Yusei, along with the Jaguar, adopted by Martha. So if he's, I'm just trying to do the math here. It's 2007 allegedly for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. At the end of that, they would be about 18. Yusei is 17 years old in the series. If I backtrack that 17, I would say that we're probably looking at least 50 years or added on before Yusei's even born. So we're probably looking at like 2077-ish, which would mean that Jaden and Alexis are very much, old, and if they're still alive, not dueling anymore. They probably have had solid lives, all that. And I'm probably being a little too hard. Like, maybe if we say it's too, because 2050 is usually one of those good solid numbers. So maybe it's 2050, 7 years prior they were born. So yeah, Jade and Alexis then would be just hitting their 70s then. And then maybe you can see a cameo from them in like an episode where like they're an old couple who look very familiar based on their hairstyles and some of their designs. And maybe they help Yusei or one of his friends with, the concept of, getting back into the game after a defeat. And they don't say, yeah, we never believed in synchros. Not there. I don't think there are any Elemental Hero synchros now that I think about it. Are there? Are there Elemental Hero synchro monsters? Because, Jaden would definitely play those if he had them. Elemental Hero. Ooh. Elemental Hero synchro. Ooh, no, oh, no, there we go. Synchro monsters. Are there any Elemental Hero synchro monsters? Wait a minute. Is it? Oh no, that's a maker. That's a fan made card. No, I don't think there are any Elemental Hero synchro monsters, which is surprising. Because I don't believe there's Elemental, but there's Hero Link monsters. I believe there's at least one or two Hero Pendulum monsters, and there might be one Xyz. Yeah, but that being said, the majority of the whole idea of the hero archetype is fusion anyway. So they kind of show off. So maybe what happens is like one of his friends tries to duel with him, with like Alexis or something like that, and Alexis beats him. And then Jaden goes up against Yusei and nearly beats him, but then Yusei's able to pull off like a combo with Stardust and get the win. And then Jaden kind of like just laughs on, man, that was fun. You young. I guess the synchro thing really does have a thing to it. It definitely has this a thing or two to it, doesn't it, honey? It's like But that was close. So you almost had me there. Maybe we'll have to have another game sometime. But now you need to go. The world needs you. Just need you. It's like, you sure they're going to be okay? The world needs those kids, and you're never ready for it. Lord knows. You see the little pendant he used to have. We weren't. It's like, I know, but it's like, all these years, you're still the sweetest man alive. It's like, and so, yeah, I can see something like that happening, but it all depends on when 5Ds takes place. Otherwise, it's kind of an inconsequential thing to the story, really. It's just kind of a fun what if to kind of talk about. But either way, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.